Hey everybody, it's Wendy, and my bead mat right now is an incredible, terrible mess. I mean, it is a terrible mess, but I am creating a bunch of stuff today, so I thought I would bring you guys along if you want to come along, and you can join me in the bead room and we'll hang out for a while together since we're all quarantined at home anyway, right? So I am using the March edition of the Bargain Bead Box right now and trying to get some things together. I'm just trying to pick up a few things here while we're talking because it's a mess. So I'm trying to use this month's edition of the Bargain Bead Box, which I think was absolutely stunningly gorgeous. I loved everything in it this month. And like I said before in many videos, if you are not subscribed to Bargain Bead Box, you are missing out. It is perfect for new beaders because you get so many things to use in your box, and you can create finished pieces of jewelry, like lots of them. So anyway, I am going to make a stretchy bracelet. I love these little flowers right here. And so I'm going to make a stretchy bracelet with them. Now these bigger bicones, these are 8mm, I believe, bicones. These came from my own stash. These bails came from my own stash. These bead caps came from my own stash because I didn't get the ones this month that came in the Bargain Bead Box. They somehow left mine out, and I didn't say anything to them. Now, if you have something left out of your box and you tell them, they will get it sent out to you like lightning fast, and they usually send a free gift with it. They're very gracious. Their customer service is amazing. But as far as, I just didn't say anything to them because I don't know. I figure they're pretty stressed right now with everything going on anyway. So I like these bead caps anyway because they look like little flowers, which fits with this whole thing. So I just went ahead and pulled some of my own. But so those are my own bead caps, and I've got some silver metal spacer beads here that are my own as well. But all the beads come from the Bargain Bead Box, all these beads, the flower beads and everything. And so yeah, let's make a stretchy bracelet if you're interested in joining me. So the first thing you're going to need is Opalon. This is stretchy stuff. You can use Supple Max, you can use, what's the other one called? Stretch Magic. You can use any of them, but I cut a length of it big enough for my bracelet. Let me measure this if I can find my ruler. I'm telling you guys, this place is a disaster. I've been beading in here for a couple days, and at first I was making myself clean everything up as I went along. Like I would create something, then I made myself clean it up, and then I would create something else, but I just gave up with that. So now it's just messy. So let me measure this. I've got 12, about 24, about 28 inches probably. And the reason I've got that much is because I like to double it over. So I'm going to double it over, and I'm going to double string it because I just feel better that way. I have a little piece of tiger tail here that I have folded in half to make myself a little makeshift needle. Now if you have a big eye needle, you can use that, but I can't seem to find mine. They're here somewhere, but I have no idea where. So you're going to need some jump rings probably. You're going to need a crimp tube. I crimp. That's how I finish my stretchy bracelets. I crimp them because I feel like it's just way more secure than only tying knots. So I'm going to crimp and tie knots. So you'll see how that works here in a minute. But I've got a crimp tube for that. I've got the beads, spacers. So yeah, get together all your beads, everything you want. I'm using, did I say these charms from the Bargain Bead Box? I think I said that already, but I'm saying it again. So I'm using those little charms from the Bargain Bead Box. And like I said, these little bails. I'm going to use these. Number one, that one of them will hide the knot, but I'm going to hang the little charms from this bracelet, and I've already attached a couple of them, but I'm going to hang the little charms from these throughout the bracelet. So, okay, let's go ahead and get started. So first off, I'm going to put my needle on my Supple Max, or my Opalon, just like this. Okay. And then I'm going to start with this bail that has this charm on it. I'm going to kind of just put it on there. And then I'm just going to start beading. So I think I like the way these big bicones right here fit in the middle. They kind of sit down in this bail, if you look, just like that. So I like that. So I'm going to put one of them on first. And then I'm going to do a little spacer. Okay, and then probably a flower. I just think these flowers are so pretty. They would be really pretty as well to glue a little crystal in the middle, but they flip a lot, so I guess that would kind of make it, you'd have to glue a crystal on both sides, and I don't really want to do that, so I probably won't. Going to use a bead cap. Get on there, little bead cap. So let me tell you guys, this week of quarantine, I almost hate to say it because it sounds terrible, and I don't really mean it to sound terrible. I'm sorry if if it comes off wrong, but I have thoroughly enjoyed being home this week. I am a homebody. I literally could stay in this house 24/7, 365, and never get tired of being home. I love to be home, and as you probably know if you watch my channel, I've been laid off from work. So I'm currently home, and whoops, would help if I put that on there right. I'm currently home and I'm loving it. I mean, oh, I get so much done. I never get bored here. Like, I literally could stay here all the time and never ever get bored. I work in the yard. Well, it's been cold this week, so I did plant some flowers yesterday, but it's been pretty cold this week, so I haven't been out in the yard a lot, but that's one of my favorite things to do when I can get out there, is work in the yard. I want to save 2 of these out because I'm going to make earrings later, so that's why I'm setting that one out, making sure that I'm not missing any. Okay. But yeah, I love to work in the yard. I love to, I like to even clean. I'm so OCD that cleaning makes me very happy. I like to clean and organize, like clean out closets. I love to do that kind of stuff. I could clean out the garage. I mean, I just literally could stay here all the time and never go anywhere and be completely happy. I really could. So the quarantine has really not been a bad thing for me, and I love my coworkers and I love my job, but every day I dread going to work just because I'd rather be here. I wish I could get my website up and running to the point where I could stay home and not have to go to work, but I don't know that that's ever going to happen. But yeah, that would make me completely happy. I really just love to be home. So I'm sorry for all you guys that are hating the quarantine, but I'm loving every second of it. It's making me really happy to be home. And this is my 3rd day, and I have gotten so much done. Oh, I just loving it. Not that I want anybody to be sick. Please don't misunderstand me. I don't want anyone to be sick. I don't want anyone to have the virus. Nothing like that. But whoops, I'm sorry. But yeah, I do enjoy being home. I really, really do. Okay, let's see here. We need a wide bead after this guy. Wonder if this would sink into it if I put him on there. See how much he goes into that. Yeah, that's pretty good. You guys hear Chris in there? He's working. He talks so loud. I've never met such a loud person in my life. And there are times when I've been in there on the computer and he gets on a call with somebody and starts talking, and I swear he's screaming, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, that person, I hope he's not like totally yelling in their ear. He has on headphones, so I don't know if he can't hear himself like the rest of us can, but yeah, he's so loud. And he paces too. He gets up and walks the whole time he's on the phone. Pace, 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 and scream at the top of his lungs. Like, you are damaging my peaceful atmosphere here. You just really are. You need to calm down and be quiet. Poor guy. Okay, so let me look here. We've got this much on. I probably need to bead the other side of this because I do want it to be even. So and this one's a little harder because you have to, the opalon won't just stay in the middle of the thread. It's cut on this end, but I do want to make sure that this is even and not too long. So let me go ahead and put the bicone on here. I'm just going to do this side the same as I did the other side. Scoot it down a little. I love the way those bicones sit inside that bale. I think that looks really good. Whoops. And I know there were some people that complained that we didn't get as many beads in this month's bargain bead box, and I don't think we did. I mean, I think they were legitimately, that was a legitimate thing, but I've got tons of beads though. I mean, even though it doesn't seem like we got as many this month, I'm still having plenty to work with. It's not like that I don't have enough to do a bunch of jewelry. I've already made, let's see, 2 necklaces and 2 pairs of earrings, which I have used some stuff from my own stash, but not a huge amount really. What have I got here? A spacer, a flower. I need a big bead with bead caps on it. Okay. Big bead. These are so pretty. This stuff's a little hard to keep on that needle. Bead caps. And these little bead caps, you have to be careful to go through that center hole. It's easy to get through one of the side holes, and then you realize when you've strung up your whole bracelet or your whole necklace that something's sitting crooked and you can't figure out why. Okay, so now I need a little bail. I'm going to use this one since it matches that one. I've already put the dangle on it. Another bicone, 6mm bicone. Okay. What do we have next? A spacer. Another big bead with caps. My boss did say that her husband went over to the store yesterday to check like for orders because they come in online and stuff, and there were no orders, no customers, nothing. I guess he spent the whole day there and nothing came in, so it looks like I may be home for a while. Now, if I'm home I did file for unemployment, so when that wears out, I will have to get a job. If my other job isn't back up and running. Hopefully it will be, but... Okay, so what do we have? I did this, bead cap, or just making sure that I'm not doing it wrong, that I'm putting them on the same on this side. Flower bead. You want to be a little careful with this opalon. If you pull too long, you will shred it, and you don't want to shred it. Okay, so I'm up to this flower bead, so I need another one of these. Another bicone, big one. Where are they? Here we go. And one more, or do I need to do another one of those beads? Because this will just come in here. Let me see how tight this is. So just set it on your wrist and see. It is a little tight, so I probably do need to put another couple of beads on. So I'll do another big bead with bead caps. On there. Okay, do the big bead. Another bead cap. And what do I want to do next? Something in between those, maybe another flower. Okay. Whoops, that's the thing with this needle, this little needle contraption. Sometimes it comes right off, but it really does help you get this opalon on, and a large hole needle would actually work so much better, a large eye needle, whatever you call them, but I can't find mine, like I said. I have the ones with the hooks on them that go with my bead spinner, but I can't find my regular ones. Okay, so here's what we've got. Let me try that on. That's pretty good. I'm going to add one more bail because I want to be able to tie the knot through this bail right here. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on. I can just put it through like this. Do I want to do this one or do I want to do a little more decorative one? Let me see real quick. If I have a little bit prettier one that I might be able to put right there. I thought I did, but I see them in antique gold. Not seeing them in silver though. I probably do in this mess, but I can't find it at the moment. So I'll probably just use that one. I have this one, but I don't really want to go quite that big. I was wanting one maybe to match that one I had on the other side. And I have some in antique gold, but I don't have another one in silver, it doesn't look like. Here's a kind of pretty one. I don't know. Okay, we'll just go with the same ones we've been using. It's not a huge deal. I just was thinking if I had one more to match that other one, it'd be kind of cool, but that's okay. Let's put this on here. Okay, so now here I'm going to crimp it. So the way that we do this, it's where my my little needle thingy go. Here one is. Okay, so I'm going to put the needle on. Well, I think I am. Come on now. Put the needle on there. There we go. Get on there. Good grief. We're on camera, so it's got to misbehave. Okay. Take your crimp tube. Put your crimp tube on there. Pull this through. Okay. Now put your big eye needle on the other end. Run it through your crimp tube the other way. So you're going back the opposite way that your other thread is coming out. Okay. Pull it through. Pull these through. Okay, so now when you take your needle off, you can pull them both ways like this. See that? So try it on. Make sure it's not like overly tight. And this one's not. This one fits really good. Okay, and tie some knots outside. Whoops, actually, I'm sorry. We have to crimp it first. That's important. Okay, so crimp it down. Crimp your little guy down here. Well, make sure it's tight because you want it to go inside that bail when you're done. So tighten it up there. Don't let there be a bunch of slack. And crimp it down. See that? It's going to go right up in there. But now we're going to tie some knots because I'm paranoid and I like to make sure. And since we crimped it, I'm just going to take my opal on. What in the world did I just do? Messed up my knot somehow. I'm going to take my opal on and I'm just going to tie. Good grief. Okay. I'm going to tie an overhand knot first. Just like that. Then I'm going to tie a surgeon's knot. Which means you go through the loop twice with your... Pull them tight, pull them really tight. I'm going to tie another overhand knot. Got it. I'm going to tie another surgeon's knot. Okay. One more overhand knot. My balloon's starting to shred up on me. Do that. Okay, there's that last one. Pull them real tight. Okay, now I'm going to cut it. And I'm going to leave just a tad bit, just a teeny bit hanging out, just so it doesn't, I don't want to cut it right at the knot. Okay, and here's what you have. And see, it goes right up inside there. So it's really, and you're double strung, so that's pretty good too. Now what I will do here in a minute after I put my charms on is I will take a little E6000 and dab on that knot. So that'll keep it nice and secure in there. Okay, but let's hang the charms on. So I've got all these little charms. I experimented around and tried to do split rings to put these on because I like split rings. But the only problem is this metal right here is very wide and it was just bending on my split rings and causing me tons of grief. So I'm going to use really thick jump rings. If you can see, these jump rings here are super thick and they will definitely hold the charms on. but they're hard to get open and closed, so I'll show you how I do that. That's an easier way. Okay, so you take your pliers, 2 pairs of chain nose pliers. You grab up and down like this, lengthwise on one side of the split and lengthwise on the other side of the split, and just twist open. These thick ones, that is the easiest way to get them open. Okay, whoops, we're going to just hang these on our little bails. Come on now, I'm trying to do it on camera, so it's not going to cooperate. Okay, and then you close them the same way. It's a little harder sometimes to close it because you've got stuff on there, but let me see if I can turn this way a bit. It's easy if you can grab them like that, because it just gives you, whoops, of course I can't, it just gives you a lot more leverage on the jump ring, but this one's going to be real difficult because I've got that. So let me see if I can, there we go. Yeah, these are thick, they're hard to open and close, but I feel like they'll keep my charms on there really securely if I can't use a split ring, and I couldn't. I mean, I could, but it bent the metal out really bad. So let's just attach all these little charms. I think this turns out really sweet, dainty, and very feminine. Okay, and we have one more here, 2 more here. Okay. So if you guys are watching these videos that I'm doing this week, you're going to definitely get a sneak peek at my finished jewelry for the March edition of the Bargain Bead box, because you're watching me make all of it. But I'm enjoying this box. It's really, really pretty. Okay, one more. Okay, great. Get that one on there. Okay, so that is the really cute little stretchy bracelet, I think. I like it a lot. I think it's pretty adorable. Pretty sweet little thing. It fits right on. It's kind of dangly and jangly, and I just really like it. So now I'm going to make a pair of earrings to go with it. So I've got these. I saved those 2 little flower beads. I'm going to use these 2 beads. And I'm hoping I have 2 more of the dangles. Yes, I do. And I'm going to dangle from these. So let's grab a couple of eye pins. Okay, so we got a couple eye pins. I'm going to use the same bead caps. Bead cap, bead, bead cap. Oops, get on there. Flower. Okay, just like this. Now I'm going to make a loop. Just like this. You bend it over. I'm going to have to clean this up after I do this. I've just got everything in such a mess in here. Can't even find my cutters. Here they are. Okay, cut this. Round nose pliers. Roll back a loop. Okay, there's your little loop. So there we have that. And then I'm going to take a jump ring, probably not that big thick one. I'm going to use a smaller one for this, because earrings aren't as, I don't worry too much for them like I do the bracelet. Sorry guys, I just hit the camera, I'm making you all seasick, I know it. Okay, open this up, insert. My camera's acting up. I don't know why it keeps doing this. I think it's running low on space and it keeps, it's like delayed response or something. Okay, then I'm going to take an ear wire, and they actually, did they send ear wires with this box? I thought they did, but if they did, I'm not seeing them laid out here, so I'm going to grab a couple from my stash. I think they did send a package of ear wires, though. Oh, here they are. Yes, they did. See what I'm saying? They send a lot of stuff so you can make about anything. And I love these ear wires because they don't have that spring and ball on them. I hate the ones with the spring and ball. I think they're ugly. Okay, so we're going to hang this on. Thankfully, these charms are double-sided, so we don't have to worry about the front. But one thing I do want you to notice is the flower. When you put your flowers on, see how this one has a hole on the pointy part? And the other hole is on the dented in part. So you want to make sure, see, that I put it on the right way. If I put it on that way, it's not going to match. I mean, it'll match close enough, but I want them to be the same. So just notice that when you're making those, okay? So let's throw this other one together and we'll be done. I'm going to put on bead cap. Put it through the wrong hole there. Bead cap. Bead. Bead cap. Flower. And see, I'm making sure that I put it through the same way on there. And bump the camera again, because that's what we do, apparently. It is hard to film with this thing in front of me. I mean, to make things with this camera right in front of my hands. It is difficult. So don't be too hard on me with that, because I'm klutzy anyway, and then, you know, to have to try to film with the camera stuck in front of me is a little bit challenging. Okay, there we go. Really cute. Jump ring. Is that the one? No, it's the smaller one. Better make sure I have the right size out there. That would be... No, it is the bigger one. Okay, goodness. Jump ring. I normally don't close these with my fingers, but I'm trying to be quick. About to run out of recording space. And hang it on the ear wire. And there they are. Aren't they adorable? This is a sweet, sweet little set. What'd I do with my bracelet? Well, I've apparently lost it. Telling you guys I'm so unorganized today. There it is. So anyway, there is that little set, and I really think it turns out cute. Sweet little flower set, dainty, feminine, just adorable. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed joining me in my bead room. I enjoyed having you join me in my bead room. And I'm going to create some more stuff here, and we'll probably film it, but I'm going to have to upload some things because I'm running out of storage space on my camera. So I'll do that, and then I'll be back in a little bit recording some more stuff. So y'all have a great afternoon, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!